fresh crisis rocks Labour Party in Lagos as members protest alleged imposition of candidates, says party not different from APC and PDP. A fresh crisis currently brewing in the Lagos chapter of the Labour Party over alleged imposition of candidates for the 2023 elections. Some aggrieved members said the leadership of the party has shown that there is no difference between it and other political parties it had been condemning. We refuse to believe in PDP and APC because they impose candidates on party members. So we moved Labour Party and other lesser but democratic parties, or what we thought. After the leadership of these parties took our money, we realized that we will have to displace others who have labored for the party. Meanwhile, some of the aggrieved aspirants had approached the Federal High Court in Lagos over this matter. The aspirants are seeking an order of the court to include them as candidates for election into the respective senatorial and House of Representative constituencies to win National Assembly seats for 2023 general elections. They are also asking whether the first respondent ought to submit the names of the applicants who were the successful candidates emerging from the primaries and senatorial and House of Representative constituencies held at the Lagos State chapter of the Labour Party, and 22nd responded. Okay, so I think what we're finding out now is how political parties actually run. At the end of the day, it is a political party. Not that actions are justifiable. If anything, it's good that, members are going to call it out and be like, excuse me, we came here because we thought you were different. So if you're claiming not to be like the rest, then you have to perform, in a way that does not make you look like you're part of the rest. So that is justifiable. However, we also have to think of the fact that this would be the first time that maybe Nigerians en masse would actively engage with a political party. So then understanding how it works and seeing, oh wow, because again, it's like a realization, no realization, but it's like, so this is how political parties are run in the country, because they said it's no more different than APC and PDP. I don't know how political parties are run, but for the fact that that is a system that they also employ, maybe it's a political party thing. However, I'm not saying it is right, but I think now we're calling it out. Those that are in several parties, even lesser popular parties, they should call it out. But I think it'll be shocking for Nigerians, and it'll be a change. Why? Because this will be the first time we're going to actively engage in politics or be intentional to create change, and that requires us to join political parties. So again, the more we know, the more we learn, the more we want, and the more we want to achieve, the more we're going to have to learn. So I don't know how severe this would be, but again, taking it up to the courts in Lagos, the whole legal system is literally in shambles. I don't even know what is just, it's just bad. But taking up with the legal system is the best they should do. And, hopefully the legal system would sort it out and, fix it to the best appropriate measures. Look at the first comments here. Due to the crisis, I pledge to love the Labour Party more and more. APC and PDP notwithstanding, Nigeria shall be great again. You can love the party, but you need to call out. You call it out. You call out underperformance. You call out suspicious behavior. Yes, you can love the party, but does not mean that you don't hold them accountable. Because you can't say because you love the party, you let things slide. It doesn't work that way, because you're not helping yourself. You're not helping anybody. You're just promoting and enabling bad behavior. We're not supporting party. It has done our country no good. We're at this point supporting creditable candidate. He or she can come from birthday party. Okay. The political party is also as important. These are just political structures for politics. What can you do? But you cannot just support a candidate except the candidate itself wants to solely be by themselves. And again, if you're going to change how politics works in Nigeria, that's going to start from scratch. But the point is, I don't think you can support a candidate by itself, because a candidate to support or be of the Labour Party. I think we should not also forget. I know that Peter Obi's move implied that he has so much autonomy to go from party to party, which is fine. And then he's just started campaigning for president all of a sudden after spending 3 days at the party. I know that. I mean, that is crazy news. I feel like we need to focus on how, personally, how dramatic that whole move was and how legendary it was actually. But I think we should also not get comfortable, because Peter Obi's case is not a usual case. I think because the guy just switched to Labour Party in matter of seconds before the primaries, it's a pretty big deal. Things like that do not happen. Especially for a presidential candidate. So I think in that way we also need to regard that it's never that easy to just do something like that, and the candidates are not just on their own. Their hands could be tied because they're political parties, and the political party also has its own overall agenda that it would also try to fulfill by the people it promotes to get into office. So you can't say that. I've said this before. APC, A, B, and C have nothing to offer us. Let's referendum or restructuring. That is the only way for us. Do you agree with that? I think, again, when we support, we shouldn't also add sentiments to it, because again, it'll stop us from actually holding political parties accountable. But this person also says that we should have a referendum. And do you agree with that? Okay. Another comment. Sahara Paras, thank you. Who is voting for Labour Party? Who knows them? They should be thanking Obi for making them popular. Even if it is YPP he joined, he would have rallied behind them. That is true. And I think that is very, very true. And I think with Peter Obi, because he is the individual, again, the political party he's moved to and where he's going has not really changed. And I think it'll be the same thing. It's the candidate, and Nigerians see this candidate as competent, because political parties have failed us. And with the ones that we know of, we're trying not to make that mistake again. So yes, it is very much true, as in in this case, if he joined again YPP, as this man mentioned, he will still have gone to support. Why? Because it is him that has brought this to Labour Party, to be honest. So that is also very true. But I think in a way, then you're trying to say that it's the candidate that controls the party, not the other way around. I mean, again, I don't know how political parties work fully in Nigeria, but you can say so. Put what you think about this in the comment section below. Do not forget to like and subscribe.